You're just natural at bringing other people into the conversation. And I know from when you were captain, that is what a lot of your teammates, what the media said, that you were very focused on empowering others. 11-year-old, you're 6 foot, you've gone through, you've made 16-year-old, you made the state team or the train-on team, then you become in the Australian team in your early 20s, then you become captain. How did you then transition from playing? Because I'm working with a few players at the moment in a few different sports who've been made captain at a young age, and they're shitting themselves because they're going, well, I've got my game, so let's use rugby league as one player's example, and I know what to do. Now I'm looking after 16 other men on a weekend. How do I do that? So what did you do to learn about leadership? What did you do to become a great leader?
So for me, I didn't actually get a leadership position until I was, I think, 27 or maybe even 30. I was a little bit older. So I'd done a lot of those things before. And I think a lot of the anxiety in leadership from young players is that they're still trying to work out their own game and they're still trying to work out their own performance. And when you're a little bit older, you've kind of, I'd done 2 World Cups, I'd done a couple of Com Games before I'd then become captain. So I kind of was like, I dealt with those nerves, I'd done it before. When we went on tour, I'd done that before. I was a little bit more relaxed and I felt like I'd looked after my own stuff. I knew my own routine down pat. I knew what I needed to do to perform. So I could kind of take my eye off that and help focus on other people and help them do those things. Because, when I was young, that's what the captain did for me. They helped me prepare and we experimented with different routines before a game. And I think for me, the biggest thing is just confidence. You've got to give your teammates confidence, and it's never a threat to help someone or give someone else the opportunity to lead. I can only see goodness in it because we all learn in different ways and we all respond to different things. And the way the Diamonds do their leadership selection, or did back in the day, was we used to have an open conversation. This is what we see as important values for our team. And then we used to say, well, who actually lives these values? And so if your teammates were talking and saying, we want someone who does all the 1% and who does this, and then they don't mention your name, that's a great conversation opener for you to go and sit down over a coffee with them and be like, hey, what do I need to do to show you that I do these 1%ers? Or what do you need to see more from me? Or you didn't mention me when you talked about inspiration. What does inspiration look to you? And so I feel like a lot of that as a young player, it is stressful because you're still working out, your own journey in your own way. And once you become a little bit more settled and established, you can go out there and help others. But I felt a lot of pressure when I was first captain that I had to be the match-winning player, that I had to be the MVP for every single game, and that the captain was always this inspirational figure. But you don't have to. We're breaking the mold these days with leaders. Leaders look like something completely different than it was back in the day, which was maybe the best player who maybe had some poor behaviours and didn't do the right thing, but they could win the game for you. So that was great leadership.
Loads of example in sport,
Exactly.
and I won't break any confidence codes in teams I've worked with, but there's some leaders I look back on and go, yes, mainly he, when you're talking about leadership and poor behaviours, is an amazing player, but he does not have a meta awareness about other people and leads on the field by example, but off the field has no idea.